Are you still spending hours to create your account receivables and payables in QuickBooks? Spending the regular 2 hours every month to generate the payroll of your employees is a very crucial mandatory task month on month. Worried about creating hundreds of invoices with payments just received by your client? Spending hours creating the mistakes done while creating the transactions? The challenge that you face is the time crunch and allocating a dedicated resource for completing the mandatory task repetitively. This is where SaasAnt's import feature comes as a boon to you. Supply the data file and we will lead you through a simple 3-step process to effortlessly upload it. The first thing that you need to do is you need to click on the new import option and select any sample file that you would like to upload. Let's say you are selecting an invoice. When you click on invoice, you will have the option to browse your file from the destination location and pick it up from there. Once you're done, you will be looking at the map fields screen, which enables you to map the file headers the way QuickBooks wants it to be. And once you're enabling all the file headers, you will get the green tick, and now you're good to go. You can get a preview about how your file will look at once it gets uploaded into QuickBooks by clicking on this button now, and this is how it would look. Now you're all good to go, and you can click on the upload button and wait for the magic to happen. Now your file has been uploaded successfully into QuickBooks. When you click on Show Results, you can see that your transactions have been successfully imported. For your reference, when you click on One Response ID, you would be able to see how your transactions will appear in QuickBooks. And this is how it would appear. There you go. Now you can see for yourself that your transactions will get uploaded in a matter of seconds, unlike before. Instead of going through the tedious process of logging in, uploading each file, and then waiting for the import to finish, you can now completely skip all that hassle and get straight to manage your data efficiently. So here's the deal. All you gotta do is shoot us an email and we will take care of the rest, automatically uploading all your files straight to QuickBooks without any logins. If you are an accountant, you don't want to miss a second, try this feature. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me show you how it's done. Here's how you seamlessly integrate your email with QuickBooks. Now we navigate to the automation section and we click on Let's Automate. We now choose email as the source. Then you choose the transaction type. For this case, as an example, we are choosing invoice, and you need to key in the approved email address. Let me tell you what that is. The email address is the address that you would like to send to SaasAnt for the email automation, and then you click on Next. Now, you need to browse your file, the invoice in our case, pick it up from the destination location, and you will be now looking at the Start Create Mapping screen. This screen enables you to map the file headers exactly the way QuickBooks wants it to be. And once you're done, you click on Next. Now, you will be looking at a Review Automation Details, which enables you to create automation. But just before you do that, you can click on Edit Automation and make any changes that you would like to make before creating the automation. Now you can click on Create Automation and you need to compose a mail here. You need to send the email to 𝗂𝗏𝗂@saasant.io. The subject line has to be the file. In this case, it's an invoice, and the body of the email should contain the token ID. The token ID is a unique alphanumeric code, like a secret key, which should be sent with your email, and every time it's a unique and a different code altogether. You need to copy and paste the token ID into the email body, and once you're done attaching the file, of course, and then you need to click on Done. Once you click on Done, you will receive a confirmation email once the file is received and imported. It will normally take 15 minutes to appear on your QuickBooks. That is it. With these steps, you don't need to train anyone for your accounting needs. Imagine you are an accountant frequently needing to download multiple transactions for record keeping or follow-up. But let's face it, manually extracting files from QuickBooks each time is a real hassle. We get it. The frustration and inconvenience are so real. But guess what? Our export feature is here to save your day. When it comes to your data in QuickBooks, taking a backup is always a very smart move, especially before making any modifications to transactions or lists. Let's now see how to export transactions or lists from QuickBooks. Go ahead and select the Export tab, and let's export. Now, please choose the type of transactions or lists you need, like invoices, bills, or customers. Here, we go with invoices. And then, please choose the date type and the date range you want to export the lists or the transactions from your QuickBooks. You can use the default saved template as simple mapping, so it will export all fields related to the transaction. Once you provided the necessary information, you are now ready to hit the search button. Now please give it a couple of moments while this information can be pulled out. Your transactions will appear right there in Saasant. There you go. Now you can choose the format you prefer and download them hassle-free. Isn't that so simple? Yes, it is. Have you got some transactions cluttering your QuickBooks that you need to clear out? Have you connected any wrong app that created hundreds of transactions? Now with Saasant, you can search for and delete data straight from QuickBooks regardless of how it got there. Whether you prefer to delete by a specific date or reference number, it's all in your hands. Here's the scoop. Simply click on the delete option and then choose how you want to remove your data. If you go with deleting by searching, you can easily select the fields you want to get rid of using advanced filters. Alternatively, if you choose to delete by reference, you can track down and remove unwanted items using reference numbers or names. Delete by searching. You can use this option to delete data by applying search filters like transaction type, date range, and date type. You will also get a chance to preview the data before actually deleting it. For instance, choose created date if you remember when the transaction was entered into QuickBooks, or if you know the specific date the transaction occurred, select transaction date. Here's how you do it. Click on the drop down and pick the transaction or list you want to delete. We are selecting invoice as an example here. Then you select the date type and pick the date range for what you want to delete. And click on Search Now. Please give it some time. Now you will see the filtered transactions from your QuickBooks. To play it safe, be sure to download your data before deleting it, because once it's gone, you can't undo the deletion. Also keep in mind that SaasAnt won't delete any matched bank transactions or reconciled transactions in QuickBooks. This is because QuickBooks doesn't allow it. If you need to delete these transactions, you will first have to unmatch them from QuickBooks. Now just click delete and all these transactions will be removed. Now, when you click on show results, you can see that all your selected transactions have been successfully deleted from your QuickBooks.